Uyo. And then when I woke up this morning, I found a message. Let me play it. Let me play the message that I got from his family.
So apa kwa watu batambile una baba batambile una pa na pa tushupa balaba undercover eba ukumwa chwanjini last boni mweso. So
let me put it on Bluetooth. Like any make up a Bluetooth so that
isa be WhatsApp mama chwandi so mama tikamunika ile isa be WhatsApp mama chwandi so apa kwa watu batambile una baba batambile una pa na pa tushupa balaba undercover eba ukumwa chwanjini last boni mweso. So kwa chisa motoka ati kufuna kurusa Hilux wasende so apata tushibe kwa lindi anga ni pesa tushibe buno bwini so suzenzo londo buno njika tapana nkanso akibofola mama chika mwe
na changa mami ati nanga anda kabba bachi oluchero kushoku boda ati bachi nanga bachi aleka tira mushopu mukati bawelela munani kani shopu baisula dena ba police oloba ngira mu jabare kata ba police bachuma kurusa kati video bapangira last yo basha ndo batwala atupambukosha mama ati spamba ko kutobe fintu asoli ndasema usherera utse organize sababu na market aina PF chingola na kuisa atso baba sende abantu akunani kani kubusaka bacho etapachira bomba basende ku police ko bachisa ndumwa zete ni ya kufanya champe pone sapato batamu fonna abapo kademba mpera dema namba zero so munashaka kwa mishi shope bati timwa ko group yabo yabashika ko migesa bera ku 10 baliti na bena breza so timwa beshilisha ko mwana ndapo pene so hapa shishire ni pantu napa kuambia na makaine pana ushikwete shishire mwana
I'll play it again.
So apa kwa watu batambile una baba batambile buno pa na pa tushupa balaba undercover eba ukomwa chwanjini last boni mweso. So kwa chisa motoka ati kufuna kurusa Hilux wasende so apata tushibe kwa lindi anga ni pesa tushibe buno bwini so suzenzo londo buno njika tapana nkanso akibofola mama chika mwe
na changa mami ati nanga undercover bachi oluchero kushoku boda ati bachi nanga bachi aleka tira mushopu mukati bawelela munani kani shopu baisula dena ba police oloba ngira mu jabare kata ba police bachuma kurusa kati video bapangira last yo basha ndo batwala atupambukosha mama ati spamba ko kutobe fintu asoli ndasema usherera utse organize sababu na market aina PF chingola na kuisa atso baba sende abantu akunani kani kubusaka bacho etapachira bomba basende ku police ko bachisa ndumwa zete ni ya kufanya champe pone sapato batamu fonna abapo kademba mpera dema namba zero so munashaka kwa mishi shope bati timwa ko group yabo yabashika ko migesa bera ku 10 baliti na bena breza so timwa beshilisha ko mwana ndapo pene so hapa shishire ni pantu napa kuambia na makaine pana ushikwete shishire mwana
what to getting a throughput to.
Okay, so that earlier actually they are saying that the police are the one who police went over there. I don't know what town Baba Senda because of the video that he made, which Matomola posted. So okay, the video itself is really, is not politically correct. If you're in Ngalanda, the video itself is not politically correct, but the way bale katila mwabantu mwamona ilia ni speech fye ni speech umuntu alanda the police should investigate vapelo umuntu call out elo aya ku police ashita report. If the police are the one who picked up this undercover, police yali kwa tenshira eyo ibomberamu. I don't support violence, I don't support anarchy, and I always tell people to be politically correct. Mwanfa ndeba abantu bonse, anyone in a private meeting, wherever I am, myself, I'm politically correct. I don't incite any violence. If someone wants to behave in a unlawful manner, I distance myself. I think people can bear me witness. I don't associate with people who are promoting anarchy or any kind of lawlessness. So, but my point here is the way the police vale katira mo abantu mwamona, the way the police vale katira mo abantu. Okay, Matomola likwanya. So nish Matomola likwanya. Ewa kulachita order ba police ukebati ke kateni umuntu. Is it a coincidence that once Matomola post on social media, then wa police vai mabaya ikata undercover? So ba police benate ba bon bench to yabo kama Matomola likwanya abe bati ke kateni umuntu. Without a call out, without nothing. Yes, we are saying but police vale bon bench to yabo. But the police are applying selective justice. A problem in Kwetenena police is the selective justice they are applying. Mamona. Matomola uriani kada waba UPND hardcore. Information and Publicity Secretary, Lusaka District. Alemba fe page ya kwa tuwa police na imwe. Next thing ba police na waya send undercover. So I'm here to appeal to the police to practice the law fairly is all I can do. Umuntunga nalufianya. But we want the Zambia police to do the job fairly. Ino in a week ba mwamba bali rembenkalata. That letter which ba mwamba bali mbere reporting this government of Zambia of UPND to the SADC. Simo yari kana at Wufi. Today, Babe Peshava UPND for the selective justice. But look at what is happening. Can someone say today Babe Peshava police for selective justice? How many bloggers are insulting the opposition? How many unruly people? Mu UPND, nifinge fipondwe fyaba mu UPND. Uriashife. He has insulted me in groups and insulted Mamachka Monica and he insults everyone. Have we seen Zambia police to go and arrest Shife? Ke Zambia otu ala ikalamwe. Iya kwe bachibale salaba kukaka. Naba shiba kukaka. But I am just asking about Zambia police to apply the law equally. Bale kaka na ba ruling. Be chilafini na feku opposition. Matomola likwanya ngalanda fiatike kateni uku. Limbi Matomola likwanya likuwa taba ba police oba chita command. Oba atuma. Maybe some police have been assigned to Matomola likwanya to say Matomola likwanya if you alanda febai mabaya. I am not promoting lawlessness. One for you. We are saying that let the police operate, apply the law equally. Don't put words in my mouth. Let me even block you. Mule fiengere she charo tuika lefie quiet. Ingatu alanda mule tu fienga at you are promoting lawlessness. What kind of nonsense is this? Ni nonsense ya msangushan. Opposition takuri we report them. How many people have been reported? Ni police yaba UPND. That police operates from instructions from UPND. They have stopped operating fairly. They operate under instructions from UPND. That's why Udia Minister Wakubwengwa Bonsi Balelanda, we are declaring Kadarism, Abalelanda, we shall send 15,000. By UPND, they are very lawless. And a lot of them should have been arrested. Even that Minister of Wengwa should be arrested. Matambo should be arrested. Where is he? Isn't he inciting people? Bamwali Teta should be arrested. Isn't he inciting people? But who are more position yalande coffee? How many how many people came to say when HH was stoned in Chingola, how many people came to say, how many UPNDs say they started inciting violence? When HH was stoned in Chingola, how many people incited violence? How many have been arrested? This is the question we are talking here. to say UPND can incite violence, it is okay. But undercover land fye ena kuya musenda. Land cruiser yafuma kulusa koko Hilux ukuya mkumusenda ba police. Tatuwa ikale muchalo chaso. Lembe shenu kuvota kwa shala fienshiku shinga 4 days 3 days. Lembe shenu kuvota pa kuchimukese bafunyapo ba UPND yabo. Because ngaba pita mu 2026 takuli no kulumbula fyeshina chikwena ba akainde kuisa kusenda. Look at them when HH was stoned in Chingola. The whole Chingola was turned upside down. The whole Chingola was turned upside down. Ukuya mkufuaya ba iche kuchingola kuli okubasenda ukubatunda. For stoning by HH and once ever praising a countrywide walima, inciting violence. Mamona. So now all those who incited violence after HH was stoned, why haven't they been picked up? Why? Nomba ulia undercover alande fefefine fiale landa ba UPND didia ba stone ba yakainde ba msenda. Tatuwa ikale mchalo chaso ba Zambia police. Ni abduction because kwa the procedure muntu ngalufyanya ni call out kumulembela call out ya police at report. I am going to explain. But this whole thing of driving land cruiser okula now la taxpayers money all the way from Lusaka because Matomola likwanya na batuma baya mkusendo murumendo kulia. Nishtamleka kila bonsi abantu abale land FB. All those who were inciting violence when HH was stoned, where are they? Including ministers. They were like you will see. Kwabanachi march past Mulusakoko. Blocking the CBD. Quality march past. Yeah. We are going to say it. We are going to say the truth as it stands. You will not shut us up. When you were inciting violence, when HH was stoned, the whole Zambia police went there and turned the Chingola upside down, and everyone was giving press conferences how they are going to fix Bena Chingola. Did Zambia police go and arrest those people? Everything is on video. People were saying, we're inciting violence when HH was stoned. People were inciting violence when HH was stoned. So, people were inciting violence. Have they been arrested? Number undercover umofyo muntu. Mwami mina mwayam senda. Bazambia police ayamano mulechita. I don't think ni wa Zambia police ni wa kada. Matomola is a kada eule tuma ewa tumine wa Zambia police badi ukuya mkusenda undercover uli. Matomola, your days are numbered. Urimwaiche. People must like a person like Matomola. Mwaiche is in his 30s. And he will still be here when UPND loses power. Whether in 30 years from now, Matomola will still be alive. And people will remember what Matomola is doing. Matomola insansa shinyo bulanda. Akushitafyama politics, yo clean politics. Discussing about national issues. Emma politics yo fulo kulachita Matomola. Talking about what were UPND if you ba bomba. Iwe Matomola iwe. You have to focus your attention on national issues and focus on the Kwenyunas you have Kwenyunat. Matomola te life e ule pange. The bed Matomola is making, he will lie on it. I bed yeo Matomola le pange akulaka kishaba nangwe. Ukulatu mabaka pokola kudia kunani all the way from Lusaka to Copper Belt. Ukuya mkusenda undercover. What is that Matomola? Urimwanomu no sana, you will still be alive in probably 30 years in Shakabeko. But you ukabako Matomola urimwaichi and people will remember. And you shall pay for HLH. I'm not threatening you ndekwe bafi. Because mwewa UPND wonse, you issue threats. Fila landa undercover na mwewa UPND mulalanda. But kwa UPND ula baka kamukulanda fila landiri undercover. Are UPND arrested for saying what undercover say? And then you have the audacity to come and tell us he was inciting violence when you also incite violence. Even the president was saying that. After the president was stoned in Chingola, the next day, what did he say? He said, Naya. He was actually threatening violence, the president himself. Huh? So, number chalo chashan. The president himself can threaten violence. Including all his ministers and all his cadres, they threaten violence. Tatwa ikare muchalo chaso. Tatwa ikare. Mumufunye fyo uyo undercover musendere mumufunye. Otherwise muya mukake bonsi abantu abaletukana. So many people in UPND every day they are insulting and inciting violence. Are they arrested? No. It's not fair. It is not fair. It is not fair to live in such a country. You know? Number 2 say Bill 7. Bill 7 yona. We have to pay if it's hinging on 2 people. Opo if you get Bill 7, 2 people are two factions. Munishan Wadasan. Two important groups of people. All the 156 elected MPs should sign. Kuri ba Catholic na bachita issue notice to say all the 156 MPs should sign the petition to reject the Bill 7. So tulelo kumonama MPs bonse kwebati ba sign to reject Bill 7. Yes. We need to see all the 156 MPs sign to reject Bill 7. Yes. So that's the next thing, big thing. We need to see all the 156 MPs. I'm saying 156 MPs because they were all elected. The only people who should not sign the Bill 7 is the one whom the president appointed. About 8. These 8 appointed MPs, then Nangatabasai, it's okay. But all the MPs who were elected by the people should reject this Bill 7. It's a roadmap to dictatorship. It's a roadmap to one-party state. It will be the end of democracy. It will extend the presidential term to 7 years. Ama elections takwakabemu 2026. Bill 7 ingayapita. Ama elections tayakabeko. They are trying to extend the presidential limit to 7 years. And they are not discussing the poison in this Bill 7. They are just discussing proportional representation. And even that proportional representation is misconstrued. It's not factual. Because they are saying they are going to increase the number of women in parliament, but they are not, because they're actually reducing. According to the Bill 7, they are going to have 35 women in parliament. How can we have 35 women in parliament out of 257 seats? What percentage is that? 35 men and women in parliament out of 257 seats. Because they are adding 100 seats. You know, this Bill 7 will add 100 seats. And the limit add, I think, 50 constituencies. And we don't even know where these constituencies they are adding. It's all a big secret. So, the ball is in the MPs. You MPs, nangubenga mipele MP aishakulia inonshita. shidi empia shikapwa but muleshtishe chalo Zambia ikaba kwati ni ku Congo tule miema fye mule mwana kwati kwangala Zambia ikaba kwati ni nani kane ni mule bula makayonse mukabike muli ba UPND political party. And now there are all these wrangles in all these political parties, which we are not going to discuss what's happening in PF. I'm not PF, so I'm not going to go there. But we are just watching from the terraces what is happening in PF. And what's happening in PF is really sad. But I think that what they are trying to do is make PF into MMD. I don't know who, but the idea is to make PF into MMD so that eventually PF can be disintegrated. The way they have disintegrated MMD systematically, they have killed the name and they have formed a new party. So the agenda, the plot is to systematically kill PF. But who does that? We have to maintain our history. We can't create or eliminate our enemies by picking who is on the ballot. We want new parties to be on a ballot to compete with a political party, UPND, who has been a party for over 20 years. No, it's not fair. It won't be fair to only have one senior political party on the ballot. This is a political parties who have never even formed government. That will not be a fair election. Where UPND will compete against political parties who have never formed government, that will not be a fair election. That is staged. Because MMD is already eliminated. So MMD will not be on a ballot. You know, now they are after the soul of PF to kill PF from the ballot. Now, what kind of election is that where you only have new political party? Parties who have formed government before, they don't want them to be on the ballot. That's why I'm saying the writing is on the wall. This UPND, they know that they are going nowhere. They have lost this election, and the only way they can win it is to eliminate the senior players in politics like MMD and PF. Once they eliminate them systematically, people will just be like, okay, they'll get the majority because the UPND will be the only senior party on the ballot. So automatically, wakapita. So whatever is happening in PF, let us fight to have PF on the ballot. We don't care who will be there as president and whatever, because they have to go to a convention and pick a president for PF. But my point is, PF has to be on the ballot in order for the 2026 election to be credible. Once PF is eliminated on the ballot, it won't be an election. Because MMD has already been killed systematically. MMD, as a senior political party and a party that has held government before, should be Bashbalishtisha. MMD baliipaya systematically. Now balefo kuipaya PF systematically. So me, I am just appealing to the PF members to be patriotic as the name of the party itself. Be patriotic by PF and fight for the soul of PF. Let PF be on the ballot. Otherwise, PF ungatairi pa ballot, it will be a walkover. This is what UPND want. They have failed. How can they win an election? They are load shedding the country for 22 hours. People only have power 2 hours a day. In a month, total three days. Out of 30 days, people are only having power for 3 days in a month. What business can happen? What life? Abantu ama TV yali sokoka, ama fridge yali sokoka. There is no news. ZNBC baileko kutamba. Who can vote for UPND? Nobody. Because all these political parties who were voted out of power, they did better. They did much better than UPND. So there is no reason for anyone to vote for UPND, and they know it. UPND know that if you MMD ngari pa ballot na PF, any of these parties will whoop them easily. Kuba whooping her. That's why they have killed MMD systematically. Now they are after PF. So I just hope and pray that PF can get it together and see the bigger picture. This is my prayer now. PF as a political party, I hope they can sort their differences and look at the bigger picture, which is the soul of PF as a political party itself. We don't want people to take over PF who are going to partner in alliance with the UPND. Nishi, that will be another MMD story, and it will be sad. And the last thing I want to talk about is this protest march for Bill 7, which is organized by the Catholic Church on the 28th of November. So we are appealing to everyone to go there and join that march. I've seen Zambia police, they are trying to stop the march. But Zambia police is on here. No opposition has ever held any march of any sort in 4 years. So why are you trying to stop the Catholic Church? Per weekend you stopped Is it yesterday? You stopped the rally. Kunani kani. But UPND, they gather anytime before. You have enough police, you have enough manpower. Every day you are recruiting people who say Dennis Zambia police. So what are those people doing? The last march here to Akwete Mulusaka, the police were not even there to control our UPND, but it was peaceful. So if you can let our UPND march in Lusaka, why can't you stop a church? Do you think a church will cause problems to do a march? Zambia police. If UPND marched in Lusaka peacefully, without a permit, I don't think they got a permit. Why would you stop a church from protesting? Do you think the church, the priests, and all the men and women of God can create havoc in the town? No, they can't. So I end here. But we pray for Undercover where he is. And my last message is to Matomola. Matomola, stop instigating Ifintu. Filiafi ne ule tumaba police mukukonka ba UP ba PF. Ule tumana ba police mukukonka ba UPND abalelande fya bupuba. Matomola, because it's like you are a small commander popoli. Matomola likwani. The same way you are sending Zambia police to arrest PF, you should send Zambia police to arrest like people like Shife and many hooligans who are also inciting violence. Otherwise, Matomola, your days are numbered. Yes, your days are numbered. You cannot be sending police. It is him, because I saw it last night on his page, Matomola. Ba police mulandu, you the next day ba police baripanganda pa ba senda undercover. Number abatukana ba Shife, why haven't you, Matomola, told ba police, since ba police bala kumfuira iwe Matomola? Nishta watu mina ba police ba ya senda ma nankani uyu Shife utukana. No tu bantu tonso tu tukano tu supporta UPND. Nishta wabatu mina. Nonsense. I'm going, guys, to Kalanda Maido. Or maybe later. It's still early in the morning here. So if I have time, I'll come online on TikTok and chat. But this is what I wanted to say. Otherwise, if there's anyone in the audience on TikTok you want to come up, you can come up. Thank you so much.